This is Mountain Health Minutes brought to you by the Tahoe Forest Health System. I'm Ted Owens, your host. And with me today is Dr. Brian Evans, Chief Medical Officer of the Tahoe Forest Health System. Dr. Evans, how are you today?
I'm good, Ted. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you. Today we're going to talk about Heart Health Month. What do you have to share with us?
I'm glad we're talking about it. As you know, February is the American Heart Month for the United States. It is something we want to think about every single year because it is the number one cause of death. And it's a very serious problem that we all need to be aware of because in many cases, heart disease is preventable. It's not always preventable, but in many cases it is. And so we want to be informed about what we can do as patients and also the health system to really reduce the consequences of heart disease. So definitely an important thing to pay attention to. Just a little bit of history, Ted. It was back in 1964 that Lyndon B. Johnson made a proclamation that February would be Heart Month in the United States. And so since then, every single year, U.S. presidents have annually declared that is still the case.
Dr. Evans, in your background, for many years you were an ER doc, so you've seen heart-related emergencies. What kind of tips would you have for folks at home to maintain good heart health?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, heart disease is a common reason why people present to the emergency department. Sometimes they're coming into the ER with chest pains. Sometimes it's a heart attack and other consequences of it. What we want to do is really do our best to try to prevent heart disease before it becomes a problem. And so, what we want to think about is our diet and our activity primarily. And so there's lots of tips on what kind of nutrition we should be thinking about. And we have classes here at Tahoe Forest. You can go to our website, tfhd.com wellness, and check out all the different classes that we have available to learn what makes a heart healthy diet. But you want to be mostly focused on vegetables and a wide variety of those, whole grains, and avoiding too much meat, and certainly avoiding sugar and saturated fats. Lots more information on the website.
Before we leave, Dr. Evans, I know there are some events and promotions. What's that website once again for folks?
It's tfhd.com wellness, and all kinds of different programming that we offer around the year, really, but we have some special events in February as well.
Wonderful. This has been Mountain Health Minutes, and with me today is Dr. Brian Evans, Chief Medical Officer of the Tahoe Forest Health System. Brian, thank you, and thank you folks for tuning in.